Hello, I'm Tim Rogers. You are watching Kotaku.com. I played Super Mario Maker 2. Nintendo invited me to an event where I had an opportunity to play Super Mario Maker 2 for 30 minutes. Wow! Playing Super Mario Maker 2 for 30 minutes after playing Super Mario Maker 1 for 800 hours is like sleeping for 16 seconds when you're used to sleeping for 8 hours. I won't lie, it felt weird and bad to only have access to this game for 30 minutes. I don't want to play Super Mario Maker 2 for 30 minutes. I want to play Super Mario Maker 2 for 1,000 hours. In my brief time with Super Mario Maker 2, I was barely able to scratch the surface of each of the game's various aspects. Though you know what? I loved every second of each of the 30 minutes I spent barely scratching this game's surface. Here's my official opinion of Super Mario Maker 2. It's like Super Mario Maker 1 with a lot more stuff in it. Super Mario Maker 1, with its robust level editing tools and devoted player community, was already more video game than any one person could possibly handle in their entire lifetime. Super Mario Maker 2, with its even more robust level editing tools, endless mode, online and offline multiplayer, and detailed online level search options, is more video game than your grandchildren's grandchildren can handle. Super Mario Maker 2 is not a video game. Super Mario Maker 2 is video games itself. Super Mario Maker 2 is more than video games. Super Mario Maker 2 is a lifestyle. I played a couple minutes of the story mode. Nintendo didn't let me capture any footage of the story mode. I liked what I played. Nintendo offered sample courses in Super Mario Maker and Super Mario Maker 3DS, though now they've put them into a cutely hammy little narrative. Taskmaster Toad gives you jobs to do. The jobs are levels pre-built by the master level artisans at Nintendo. You earn coins for finishing the levels. Chief Toadette takes your money and builds pieces of Princess Peach's castle. The 3 levels I was able to play were just robust enough. Each of them introduced a new to Super Mario Maker 2 mechanic. The level that features the element of on-off switches was cutely puzzly. It felt to me like Nintendo's own level designers had played a plethora of Super Mario Maker community levels, and Nintendo-fied them into something resembling the video game equivalent of the textbook from your favorite high school class. I promise I would be able to put my finger on this a little bit harder if I had been allowed to capture that level. You only get the coin bounty the first time you complete a level, though if you play the level again, you get to keep the coins you collected inside the level. That's nice. Nintendo allowed me to capture the footage of my time with the Course Builder mode. Unfortunately, I spent most of my time in the Course Builder mode feverishly fumbling. I had watched the recent Super Mario Maker 2 Nintendo Direct 3 times the day before showing up to play Super Mario Maker 2. The Nintendo Direct had filled my brain to bursting capacity with possibilities. Swelling in the front of my skull was a heavy encyclopedia of everything new and wonderful about level creation in Super Mario Maker 2. With just 10 minutes, what could I do? Nintendo's presentation before I began playing had informed me that with the new multiplayer course creation feature, I could make levels with my entire family. My children could place coins while I placed platforms and enemies. However, I only had 10 minutes to experience this supposed familial joy. 10 minutes was not enough time to get married, much less gestate a child and raise it to controller-wielding age. So I did what amounted to a microcosm of my adult life thus far. I sat and dreamed about what I could do if I only had more time. Also in a microcosm of my adult life, I fumbled with the controls. Creating a level using just Pro Controller controls was new territory. Switching between the recently used item dock at the top of the screen and the sidebars, scrolling the level backward, and picking up and dragging Mario to a different starting location all required unexpectedly different controls than those possibilities my buttery brain conjured. The PR handler asked me,
"What are you trying to do?"
And I said I was trying to move Mario back to the beginning of the level. He asked for the controller. Then he proceeded to flub the commands as well. The PR handler told me I could remove the Nintendo Switch from the dock and try making a level with the beloved touch controls. I told him, well, then I wouldn't be able to capture footage, to which he replied,
"Oh."
So I said to the guy, "Dude, am I going to be able to plug my mouse into the USB port?" And he immediately replied, replied,
"No."
I said, "You should patch that in. Let me hold a Joy-Con in one hand and use a mouse in the other." He didn't say anything. He was a one-man tough crowd. I guess at a lot of these Nintendo press events, the dudes there playing the game make a lot of serious suggestions that are way worse than my excellent suggestion was. It must be tough being the PR guy and having to listen to an idiot like me. Maybe I should have spoken my suggestions in an even more egregious Jerry Seinfeld impression. "You should let me hold a Joy-Con in one hand and use a mouse in the other." Then I remembered one of the most personally exciting moments of the Nintendo Direct. Apparently, Koji Kondo, original composer of pretty much all of the original Mario music, had composed original new chiptune tracks for the new Sky, Snow, and Desert themes for Super Mario Maker 2. The Sky theme sounded incredible, so I decided to switch my level to the Sky theme and have a listen. However, the demo room was too loud and the TV volume too low for me to hear the music. Then I remembered that I was capturing the whole thing. I thought, I'll just let Mario stand here and maybe I can capture a full loop for listening later. Then they told me it was time to check out the course world. So yeah, maybe you should just watch the Nintendo Direct and listen to the scraps audible there. Wow, Nintendo is so good at making videos about their own games. I'm completely redundant, and
I love it.
I love Course World. Super Mario Maker 2 offers players a robust variety of search tools. I can search for medium difficulty auto-scrolling Super Mario Bros. 3 levels. Seeing as the game isn't out yet, I was not able to perform such a search. Levels can have descriptions now. I played a lot of the available levels. At the end of a level I liked, I clicked on the heart. A PR person swooped in and told me,
"Please do not like any of the stages. It stresses the server."
And then I asked, is it okay if I just say,
"I like it."
out loud? I'm thrilled to report that the answer was yes. Every 30 seconds or so, like a jolt of electricity, the realization shocked me that I was going to be able to download my favorite stages and then play them on buses, trains, and airplanes. In a little over a month, I'll be able to rapidly iterate upon my own multi-directional, multi-speed, auto-scrolling Super Mario Bros. 3 Sky theme stages for up to 2 hours of a non-stop flight from New York to Taiwan. That's 1/8 of the flight. You know what I really want, though? I want to be able to make an overworld map. I want to arrange my favorite stages in it. I want to be able to give the campaign a unique name from a list of Nintendo-approved adjectives. I want to be able to make a unique box art using a variety of Nintendo-approved Mario-themed clip art images. I want to be able to Mario make my Mario all the way down to the packaging. I want to make Nintendo's own world-class game designers as completely irrelevant as Nintendo's world-class video producers make me. I want to give unto the world hyper, wild Mario buddies. I want to be able to put the Nintendo seal of approval on my own game. I honestly can't remember if I said any of this to the PR guy or not. For the record, I did not get kicked out of the building. The ambitiousness of Super Mario Maker 2's multiplayer is quite frankly absurd. You can play together offline or online. Online, you each get your own camera. You can play wirelessly on multiple switches in the same room. A lot of the stages in Course World were tagged Multiplayer Versus, which usually means the level maker uses stage clear conditions to establish a rule set. The goal pole is an untouchable dotted line until the players satisfy the clear conditions. I played as Toadette. One of the early rounds required our 4 players to cooperate to collect 100 coins. After that, whoever touched the flagpole first would win. I waited by the exit pipe while my opponents picked up the last of the 100 coins. Then I jumped in the pipe and raced for the flagpole. Victory felt good. Then I realized that 2 of my opponents were Mike McWhirter from Polygon and Andre from GameXplain. I love Polygon and I love GameXplain. In fear of offending them and perhaps tarnishing the reputation of my beloved Super Mario Maker 2, I tried my best to let them win every round after that. I am going to have so much fun crafting 2-screen death arenas, and then imagining what it'd be like to have friends come over to my house to play them. Maybe Red Bull Esports' Golden Boy Grand Pooh Bear will join me on a stream for a one-on-one in such a level. I bet I could make one level good enough for us 2 to play for 3 straight hours. I might already be thinking about it right now. Wow, I just realized that Super Mario Maker 2 is going to be the best possible video game ever for streaming and watching. In closing, I wish I'd had more time.
Wow.
Put that on my tombstone, huh? My buddy and Red Bull Esports' Golden Boy Grand Pooh Bear told me that he was jealous that I got to play the game before him. To this, I say, buddy, the tiny supermarket cheese sample play session I experienced of Super Mario Maker 2 was, to be perfectly honest, worse than not playing the game at all. If anybody from Nintendo PR is listening to this video, I want you to realize that I mean what I just said as the ultimate compliment. From the moment the Nintendo Direct started the other day, I was angry that the game was not downloaded onto my Switch already. Now that my own personal fingers have caressed the kinetic silk that is Mario movement, my anger has become violent anger. Also, Nintendo PR, if you're still listening, invite Red Bull Esports' golden boy Grand Pooh Bear to the Super Mario Maker Invitational. He deserves it. Nintendo told me I wasn't allowed to take any photos of the event venue. However, on my way out, they told me to take whatever snacks I wanted from the refreshments table. So in the interests of journalism, I took these Mario-themed cake pops and a warm Diet Coke. I figured if I removed an element of the venue from the venue and then photographed it in my office, that wouldn't technically be photographing the venue. Somehow, the laptop in my backpack did not crush these cake pops during the 1-mile walk back to my office. Anyway, yeah, these are some cake pops. One of them's a star and the other is a question block. I'm not going to eat these. I have a strict diet. Hey, if anybody watching this wants these, just meet me in front of the Levi's store in Times Square at noon on Wednesday, May 29th, 2019. If no one claims them, I will tweet a video in which I put them on the ground and stomp them into dust. Well, threatening to stomp edible video game merchandise into dust seems like the best possible place to end whatever this is. I was born stupid, however, I will not die hungry. Video games forever, Kotaku.com.
Red Bull Esports' golden boy Grand Pooh Bear